2,275 pounds, Rockwood 2280 BH here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Being a Rockwood pop-up dealer, I'm pretty familiar with this thing. This was a pretty rare critter. They've made a lot of 2280s, but the 2280 BH, which is actually a different model, meaning bike hauler, which is what this front deck represents. A lot of people see BH and think bunkhouse. In pop-up terms, this means bike hauler. This is something that for some reason in the folding camper market, it didn't quite take off. You still see it quite a bit in the Rockwood A-frame hardside series that we have here at Haylett RV, the A122BH. And interestingly, in a hardside concept, it's very popular. I think the reasoning was, in a hardside series, you never actually block that bike hauling deck, whereas in a folding tent camper, as you see when it's open, you need to make sure that your cargo clears that bed deck. That being said, it's not like it's a real big hard thing. Those are removable what do I want to say, rails. There's little safety pins you can pull to pop those rails out of there, so if you want to take one side or both sides off for easy access or loading, or if you have different bigger odd shaped cargo, you can take those off there. Over the ceiling vent, I saw a nice little fantastic vent cover installed, which is great for giving you a good time airflow. We've got here you have your automatic ignition gas water heater. That'll give you 11 gallons of hot water per hour. Outside shower with hot and cold water, and this has been very well kept. Little things like this are good indicators, but I've been through the whole RV, but at a glance I looked at it and said, I bet this has been well kept. People who tend to put these little screens on and whatnot to keep the bugs out, that usually indicates an RV that's been kept better, cleaner, longer. So you can see your bed ends, your tent materials, they're not all stained up. This was not put away wet. These folks took care of it. It wasn't their first pop-up, which is a good thing. Actually, their first camper was a 1990 Jayco, and then they got this Rockwood here. Now they're still in the Rockwood family. They're trading up to a Rockwood 233S triple hybrid camper here at Haylett. So they've been happy enough with their Rockwood that they stuck within the family, and that I think is one of the best things I could say about this camper. There's not a lot of customer loyalty in the RV business, not like there is, say, in the auto business, because there's those people like, oh no, I only buy a Ford or Chevy or Dodge or whatever, you know. You don't get a lot of that in the camping business, but Rockwood is one of those brands, like Jayco tends to be one of those brands where, man, once you've had it, it's like people just don't ever want to give it up. Now you've got a little side mount table. This is a full RVQ grill that comes with this. The folks weren't scavengers. Whatever this camper came with, they left here. Like there's a little removable wheel that you can put on the tongue jack to make moving it around like your garage or next to your house or something like that easy. It's another nice thing about pop-up campers. You can fold them down and just stuff them in your garage. Now we've got 4 corner stabilizer jacks. Tires look good. Spare tires never hit the ground. I don't have the front jacks down because we just did a quick setup here, which, as long as we're mentioning that, this is half of your door. You've actually got a full one-piece door up here. So it's important to, sorry, I got some loud tractor noise. You've actually got a one-piece simple entry door. This is just your traveling half door. They don't merge together. The one up top against the roof is a separate door. So stepping inside here, you can see it is clean. Well, to give you an idea, guys, it's cold. I'm wearing 2 sets of gloves, 2 coats, etc. It's cold today here in southern Michigan. And even though it's that cold, the lady of the house, when she went inside to set it up, she took off her shoes. And she was still walking around in here with no shoes on. I'm not gonna lie, she's braver and more dedicated than me. It's too cold for that nonsense. So this table here is free floating. It can fold down into a sleeper. Actually, if you visit our website, you'll see where I actually took pictures of both this and the little slide open gaucho sleeper open so that you could get a good idea of what that looks like for you. We've got, what, like a king front, queen rear beds in this. The table's free floating. Take it outside like a picnic table, would work great next to that grill. You see it's also got a little extension leaf on here that just kind of slots in place. If you want to see what that looks like in action, again, visit our website, or God forbid, come see the camper in person. You've got LED lights in here, and again, below that fantastic fan vent, you've got the actual fantastic fan to give you great airflow in this thing. Heated bed ends, by the way. That's another nice thing on these Rockwoods. They have integrated heating pads into their mattresses. I prefer that over a separate heater pad. The trick with separate heater pads is as you shift around at night, they tend to get shifted under your sleeping bag or blanket or what have you. Now, over here in your kitchen area, the only thing the previous owners mentioned is like when you're all done camping and you go to flip the kitchen top over to fold the camper down, sometimes a little bit of water gets stuck in the P-trap and dribbled on the floor a bit. But I mean, that's actually pretty common in a lot of pop-up campers. Now, a lot of your pop-up campers will have a separate, actually a floating indoor-outdoor stove. Notice this has an integrated interior high burner output or high output burner stove system here with that separate outside grill, so you never have to like choose where is your cooking going to be. You don't have to move greasy stuff in and out. You set up camp and then you just go camping. 3-way fridge, 12 volt, 110 shore power, and propane. So you can use this while you're traveling, you can use it off the grid, you can use it in the park. Everybody wins. They had a little guy named Ethan, he's just a cutie. So you're gonna see that your power outlets have these nice little, don't stick your little baby fingers in there and get electrocuted plugs, and that's fine by me. I don't think that's ever a bad thing. Now this little folded up white thing here, this is an extra hanging like pantry shelf that can mount above your kitchen. I didn't bother tossing it up because again it's cold and she's just going to go right back down, but it would mount right up here directly above your sink and your cooking area, because any ounce of storage in a camper is always the right answer. Again, you can see that your bed ends are clean, they're not stained up, but this one also has the handy little hideaway bathroom. That being said, I don't think this was ever used. What I like about most people never end up using them, but they're an extra chunk of counter space which never hurts. You can always throw stuff in here to store. Little strutted action to keep that thing up there, and you can see that the shower curtain and everything's still in the in a bag. I don't think this was ever really used, ladies and gentlemen. So there you have it. Basically, pretty close to new camper at a used price tag. You can still get same as new financing on this potentially due to its extreme young age. I mean, this is sharp. They took care of this thing. Give us a call, 800-256-5196, Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.